Bhakti is the joy and bliss of human life. Who can dispense with it? No Jnani has been able to live it out. See the life of realized souls. That is the best way to find the way in our own lives. See their lives. See the life of Shankaracharya. The best hymns which we are chanting before our gods. Your Ganesh Puja happened just now. Some of the best hymns of Hinduism are all in a devotional fervor. Shankaracharya, the great Advaitin, gave it out. I told you the story of Madhusudan Saraswati, Raman Maharshi, Swamiji, Thakur, overflowing with bhakti. Who can do without bhakti? You must learn to elevate emotion. There is no other way. That is why these worldly bhavs, which suck away your energy actually, and which make you feel, well, emotion is simply misleading. They make you feel like that. So that has to be simply removed from your life. If you want spiritual elevation through bhakti, emotion cannot be trusted unless it is elevated to a particular level. That's why I spoke on purity. Otherwise, emotion is not at all reliable. It will mislead you. That's why the path can become very strange. If you try to practice bhakti with an impure mind, it will lead you nowhere. It is dangerous actually. And in today's society, that creates all the more difficulty. Single parent families, where the child doesn't know the father, and we are telling him, well, God is the father. Maybe he doesn't like his father. How is he going to see God as father? All these practical problems are happening. That is why Bhakti Yoga, you have to practice it in a particular way with a certain elevation of emotion. If that is not happening, if I'm not able to muster that level of emotion, better to follow a path which I can do. That is why many people are turning to Dhyana Yoga. But that will not get you success in Dhyana Yoga unless emotion is purified. Because all our faculties move together. You cannot be purely intellectual and completely bereft of emotion. You can't be. So, what do we do? Cultivate your emotion. If it doesn't agree with the world, if it can't come in terms to the world, cultivate it in some other way. There are ways to do it. Through the practice of bhakti, you can elevate emotion gradually. Even as you practice your intellectual analysis. And together you can bring these three and practice. Usually bhakti is hampered because of wrong types of relationships, which are happening very commonly in today's world, which the bhakta shudders from. That is why it is difficult to develop bhakti. That's why I said a little distance from worldly bhavs is required. Gradually, step by step, you have to build up bhakti. You see, the purity of the human heart is meant for the Lord. You are meant for the Lord. Why should you give in to all this? If we have got sort of conditioned into wrong emotions, coming out of it can be very difficult. That is why we find bhakti difficult. But you have to try to do it. Otherwise, you lose a beautiful chunk of human experience. Isn't it? I am not saying Advaita will not give love. I am not saying that. It is love towards an impersonal ideal. Bhakti is always towards a personal ideal. Raman Maharshi used to say, Bhakti is Jnana Mata. Bhakti is the mother of even Jnana. I must lead a pure life, then everything becomes possible. That is the actual thing. So strive for that. Doesn't matter if the world does not give me the right bhavs. Well, why should it matter? Today's world, everybody is independent, So it doesn't matter. Associate with bhaktas and bhakti will grow.
How do you have faith in God? I mean, when you often tend to offer your situations to God, when does Sharanagati come? Let me put it like this.
When does Sharanagati come? Sharanagati comes when you have exhausted all your energies in doing all that you can to move towards the Lord. Then still you are not progressing or not moving forward, then you just take refuge in Him. But your initial question was, how do we have faith in the Lord? Isn't it?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
How do we have faith in the Lord? You see, faith comes, just see how a baby develops faith in his mother. How does he develop? The continuous pouring of love from the mother heart and the perception of that by the child as he grows up. That creates the bond, isn't it? Now, God is constantly pouring love on you. You are not understanding, you are not perceiving it. That is the problem. Look at the bounties of your life. Getting a healthy body, a healthy mind, a good family, a good education, everything has come together in your life. And you have an inquiring mind. You want to know about Bhakti. You must be able to perceive God's love, grace in all of this. Wanting to know about Bhakti itself is such a big manifestation of grace. So grace is always there. You must be able to perceive that grace. For that, a sensitive mind is required. Spiritual practice is required. Once you bring your mind into that super satvik state, where you are able to perceive the love of God for you, Bhakti will spark off by itself. This is how you develop real faith in the Lord. You see, it's a secret thing. Whatever is sacred is secret, isn't it? Huh? We don't talk openly of faith and love and all that. Why? It is so precious. It's my little secret in my heart. It is something of me given to the Lord. So it is like that, it has to be cultivated secretly, not openly. Bhakti is not in what you do. Bhakti is the feeling you are giving the Lord. Isn't it? So that has to be cultivated little by little, step by step.